Well, guys, welcome to another episode of Bowhunter. I do not know what was in the coffee this morning, but Justin is full of vinegar this morning, guys.
Maybe
so
I need more coffee.
I don't know what's going on
I
this
have enough
morning,
coffee?
so this is going to be interesting to see how this episode goes because me and Brandon have been doing just about everything to keep him just in check this morning. But hey, Justin.
I've been watching a lot of other outdoor television lately, and
What?
it's just
You're cheating on me? You're cheating on us?
no, I'm doing research. And
Oh,
what I
research
found
assignment.
is that there are a lot of really bad shows out there. I hope our show's not that bad. I hope people don't watch our show and be like, this is not good.
If you flat out see something that is absolutely ridiculous on this show, because we've always said we want to keep it real.
Telling us,
I know, but let us know. We want to know. So, but with letting us know and opportunities brings up the next thing we're going to talk about is, we have got a special opportunity here with our web development company, Rhino Group. We are looking for a mad, talented web developer. Justin, tell us what kind of skills this mad developer is going to need.
Well,
Not mad like crazy mad, but
Well, I mean, for those of you guys who don't know that out there, we do own a web development company, the Rhino Group. We do a lot of website development for people in the hunting industry, as well as outside of the hunting industry as well, including building bowhunting.com. But we are looking to add somebody to the team. So if you're out there and you're a web developer looking for a job, you want an opportunity to maybe
or if you know a friend,
work in the outdoor industry and work on some outdoor websites, we're looking for you. So if you guys want to send an email to info@bowhunting.com with your info and your resume, you never know. You can come work with me and Todd.
how fun with that?
And who wouldn't want to do that, right?
That's right. I mean, I'm expected for this inbox to be full of some good resumes. So
Well, excellent. Looking forward to it. So with the job search out of the way, we're going to dive right into Paul Morrison, the first whitetail buck harvest of the year.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
It is awesome. I mean, we're starting this year off great. And I mean, first with Justin, I mean, that was a party in itself. But now, Paul's got the first whitetail down.
My glory is fading, and now we're going to Paul Morrison, which I think is ironic because in the last episode we talked about Paul, and we were like, no pressure, Paul, to go kill a deer, because he kills one every year, and then he delivers a couple days later. So let's hop right into his hunt, and let's check it out now.
Alrighty, folks. Well, I'm out here tuning my bow, just my last couple adjustments, shooting my broadheads out here, and I'm getting ready. Tomorrow marks the opening day of Kentucky bow season, and I'm going to head down there and hook up with fellow pro staff member Brandon Phibbs, and we're going to do a little bit of bow hunting down there. So, real quick, I'm going to take a couple shots, make sure my everything, my whole setup's shooting good, and going to back up to about 40 yards and shoot again, and then I'm going to pack everything up, make a checklist, and we'll jump in the truck tomorrow and we'll head down to Kentucky and hopefully bring you some exciting action. So stick with us and see how it shoots here. Not too bad.
I think we're ready to roll. I went over my checklist 3 or 4 different times. Hopefully I'm not missing anything important. Got my bow check, my arrows check, release check, on my scent lock, my lone wolf climber. I think I have a couple pairs of underwear, so I think I'm good.
Alright, we have made it to the big velvet buck state of Kentucky, and we got about another 45 minutes to an hour. We'll get to our hunting spot, check some trail cameras, and get ready for this evening hunt. Can't wait.
So far, I've had pretty bad luck. I got in last evening and ended up having a deer see me. I had a mosquito on my face, and I moved my hand, and deer seen me. It was right before dark. I don't think I'd had shooting light anyway, but then this morning I snuck into the same set, and I don't know, they must have been really, really close, because I ended up blowing a deer out of there. He didn't smell me or anything, but he definitely heard me walking in on the creek. So unfortunately I haven't seen a deer yet, but I've heard 2 of them. So we're going to switch it up tonight, and I'm hunting an observation stand here over at one of the farms, and there's a lot of food in front of me, and there's corn and beans and all sorts of stuff. So you definitely should see deer tonight. There's one target buck that we're going for sure, and they call him Big Ben. He's a big, I think he's a 7-point. I'm going to have to look at pictures before I get in the stand, but he's been coming through, and he's had a couple daylight pictures of him, and we're hoping that he stays on that pattern. Maybe when it cools off, sun gets a little bit lower, maybe he'll come out and give me a good shot. So keep my fingers crossed. I'm going to get dressed real quick and head to the stand. I'm finally set up in the tree here. I'm overlooking some strips of corn and a bunch of beans that the deer just hammer down here. So I'm hoping that he shows up and we get a good look at him. The last pictures that we saw, he was in velvet, but a bunch of the cards that we pulled just today had some hard horn bucks in it. So there's a 50-50 chance that he's still in velvet. I seen something. It's awesome. There he is. That's my shooter right there. Alright folks, well that was my first successful hunt. I got to see 4 bucks and a doe. The doe came in to about 15 yards there at the end. I could have shot her, but of course when you have a shooter in the field, it's hard to shoot anything else. So I was waiting on Big Ben. He went down on the other side of the corn and never came back after he sort of ran the bucks into the corn. Well, we got done with a half day's work today, and we're going to head down to Kentucky and do some hunting this evening and tomorrow. Got everything packed up and ready to go. It is September 11th, which all day today we've been thinking about all those people that gave their lives so bravely, and just how unfortunate all those that came in contact with that devastating act of violence. We really just want to keep all those people in our prayers and thoughts and prayers today as I travel down to Kentucky. Finally in the tree down here in Kentucky. This is September 11th, and I just got down here. I threw up my lone wolf climber that I love to use, and I backed off of my other stand set, which I thought was a phenomenal set. I backed off of it about 35 yards, so I'm a little bit behind the action. I think this is going to be a little bit better because I didn't realize that all the deer are coming down right where my tree stand is. So the first day that I hunted it, I kind of busted one out right at dark. So I'm hoping tonight, if they do come down, maybe they come down a little bit earlier because of this cold front, which is a 66 degrees cold front or 50 degree cold front, but it's a cool off, I should say. But I'm hoping these deer come down a little bit earlier. The apple trees are across the road. They're still loaded, so I'm hoping they're going to use that. They always hit this mineral right here. That's where we're getting our pictures on them right now. They'll come down this creek bed. Now, unfortunately, early season, you don't have a lot of footage coming in because there's so much foliage that you can't see them. But I'm going to try to get as much as I can. But really, I'm trying to get an arrow on one of those big boys. So we'll take what we can get right now. Stick with me. We'll see what happens.
If nothing else, we'll see 100,000 cars and mosquitoes. But hopefully we see a couple deer tonight. If nothing else, maybe they'll come across the other side of the road from the apple trees. So shut this off and get to hunting.
So worked up because he surprised me. He landed right in the creek. I tried to get the camera on and turned over, grabbed my bow from this side, stood up, spun around. Couldn't even get a shot at that sucker. Oh man, I wish he'd come back one more time, give me one more chance. He was at 15 yards right in the bottom of the creek bed, and I couldn't get a shot at him. Alright guys, real quick, I just got back to the car. I had to wait about an hour after dark just to get out of there without blowing the deer out. A couple deer came right across the crossing just how I wanted them to come in, but it was a little bit after camera light and I couldn't really even see what they were. So unfortunately, we also weren't able to get a shot at that coyote, which really frustrates me. Man, it was a beautiful coyote and I really wanted to kill him, but by the time I got the camera on him and my bow on him, I just didn't have a shot and he wouldn't stop or anything.
I am in stand set hunting Big Ben again. This is one of those sets where you feel really good about. You're gonna see deer, should be able to shoot deer as long as the wind cooperates and doesn't blow my scent just straight to them. I'm pretty much 99.9% scent free. Sometimes you just feel like you did a good job, and today definitely did a good job getting in here scent free, very quiet, wearing scent lock. Last time I was in here, the no-see-ums wore me out. I forgot my mask. This time I had two different masks, just in case I forgot one. I actually have another one in my bag. That was horrible. Alright, we just went through a bunch of trail cameras and pictures. And Big Ben, he's coming in here. He was in here last night. And he was also in here this morning. So, chances of seeing him good. Meh.
I think I just got him. I hope I just got him. I hit him. I'm starting to shake now. I probably shouldn't have stopped him like I did, but the thing is, I don't have a very big window there at all. Probably a 4-foot window. And then he's gone, and I can't shoot him at all. I was expecting him to drop, and I think he dropped into it, and it looked like I got good penetration. It sounded good. It could be a really good shot, but he took off. And oh my gosh. Go back to the car and rewatch the footage a couple hundred times, like I said, and decide whether we're gonna get him tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on what the rain looks like. Hopefully it's done. If it's done, we may just leave him. If you don't hear him crash or you don't see him fall, sometimes you better just to leave him. Unfortunately. Alright, well, it's really hard to play weatherman here, to guess what the weather's gonna do. It looks like it's gonna disperse for a little bit though, and we're not gonna be getting really heavy rain till later. If it's gonna rain in the next before morning, I may track them for a little bit tonight, but if it looks like it's not gonna get much rain, we'll leave them for the morning. So this is the sad part of hunting. The sad part, the stressful part. You want to make a good clean kill, and you want to make the right decision to be able to recover the animal. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. So I'll keep you guys up to date, and well, you'll be with me the whole time. So okay, well, unfortunately, folks, it is starting to rain again, and that's pushing me to go look for a little bit, at least the first couple hundred yards, get an idea of which way he's going. I got somebody coming, but it just now started raining. I really don't want to take a chance of totally not knowing at all which way he went. So I'm going to go out and try to find what blood we can, or tracks we can, and find where he crossed the fence. Maybe a couple hundred yards, maybe he didn't go too far, hopefully. Alright, well, I just found my arrow, and believe it or not, it still has a good bit of blood on it. We are right here at the fence, and believe it or not, there's decent blood for it raining. I'm gonna wait right here. I'm not going across the fence until Tim gets here. Okay, well, we just came down the hill here. We found his tracks all the way to the bottom. As soon as we got down to the bottom, we found really good blood here. So we're gonna take the chance and keep going until we find him, hopefully. So we give him at least 6 hours. I'd say it's almost 12 o'clock right now, but we have some really good blood right down here. And it's all on the back side of the leaves, of course, because that rain's, well, really there's some on the front side too. It's a lot better than I thought. How's there bubbles in it right there? Well, here he is, guys. He didn't make it, but maybe 110 yards. Let's go pick this thing again up. Here's a shot right here. It actually wasn't bad at all. I was worried about it. That's right behind the front arm, right underneath the big shoulder blade.
Nice 4-year-old buck. Heck yeah, let's go figure out a way to get him out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Bowhunt or die. There we go. We're legal. We'll get up to the top and we'll call them in and get the confirmation number. We got him out this morning, get a little bit better look at him and during the daylight, see how beautiful of a buck he really is. He's a great 4-year-old deer that Brandon's been having a bunch of pictures with this year. He just came out of velvet just a couple days ago. Now he's a nice hard horn. Just a phenomenal hunt. Couldn't be happier on how it worked out. I know I put a lot of time into getting them, and but so did a lot of other people. Really got to thank Brandon and Timmy for helping out and really putting me on this deer. I'm glad I was able to make it happen. Last night I was a little bit worried with it raining and the shot. I thought the shot was a little bit into the shoulder, but believe it or not, it slipped right down right beside the shoulder, and it was a heart shot. It went probably 95 yards and piled up. We had great blood going all the way to him, even though it rained for 2 to 3 hours after I shot him. So it was a great hunt. Really excited for this Ohio season coming up. My season's shaping up to be an amazing one. So hope you guys follow along and get onto bowhunting.com, get onto the forum, see what we're doing in the different parts of the world that we're hunting. So good luck out there, guys. Hope you shoot straight and bow hunt or die.
You know, Justin, I mean, the smile I have on my face is every time I watch Paul, I feel good. I mean, I just enjoy watching.
Speaking of cheating, maybe you're cheating on me with Paul.
Oh,
maybe Paul's your new man crush.
Well, he kills deer at least. The nice part about watching Paul's video, that cut deep. The nice part about watching Paul's stuff, man, you know, gosh, he is just so. You know, I mean, honestly, I watch Paul, and I don't know, I feel like 20 years younger. I mean,
you get invigorated because of his enthusiasm for what he's doing out there, and you know, he put in a lot of effort. I mean, I guess I didn't even realize until I sat down and watched the hunt that he had made multiple trips out to Kentucky to try and kill an early season whitetail. I mean, it's certainly not a close drive for him. So I mean, he put in the time. You know, he moved stands, which is, I think, you know, something that we talk about a lot. But I mean, so many times we go out there, we hang a stand and we think it's going to be great, and it's not, and we get stuck in this mindset that if I just keep sitting here, sooner or later something's going to come by. But you know, a lot of times you got to make things happen. So Paul moved his stand, was able to get a shot at the deer that he actually went out there to harvest. And then, Todd, you know, something we talk about a lot is the recovery. He did the right thing. You know, he waited as long as he could, but with the rain moving in, they made the decision to go in there and track that animal, and it turned out to be the right decision. Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things we probably should start to film is, you know, filming us more watching this footage when it first comes into the office, because you know, you and I are watching, we're hearing that rain, and you and I are both looking at each other going, oh gosh, that feeling of just, what do I do? And it's just, you know, we always tell you when in doubt, back out. But of course, when rain comes into the equation, I mean, you start to flip a coin a little bit. Yeah, you just got to kind of balance, you know, what should I do? And I mean, as Paul pointed out, he made a great shot. I mean, it was hard to tell on the camera. I mean, so many times anymore, you know, you're getting the arrow going through and it's hitting something on that offside, which is stopping your penetration. Yeah. So it makes it look like the shot isn't as good as it actually is. I mean, I'm seeing this more and more often. But I mean, he made a great shot on the animal, was able to recover it. All in all, just a great hunt, a great way to start off the season. Yeah, and we're not trying to drag this on any longer than we have to. But you know, one thing Justin kind of mentioned something about other outdoor shows, and I'm just thinking about all the outdoor shows and things that I've watched over the years. I mean, I got to admit, I mean, sometimes when you're sitting home on the couch or you're sitting in your car waiting for your wife watching our show, however you watch it, I mean, there are times when you see these shots, you know, especially when, you know, you've got the knocks and the lighted knocks are flying through the air like that. I mean, sometimes it's easy to sit back in your chair and you're like, oh, boy, that just didn't look good. But I mean, it is amazing the difference of the true bow hunter's perspective. I mean, I'm not backing Paul up, I'm not backing up any of your guys. I mean, I'm just saying that when you're actually at full draw and your camera's either way down here or way up here, it's just a different perspective. So sometimes it's easy to sit at home and be like, oh, I don't know that I would have took that shot. But I mean, it's really hard to show that, the real view of the hunter. The other thing that I've always felt like is deceiving is, you know, the lighted knock, right? It makes it so much easier to see the path of the arrow, but you're also watching a point, and I've talked about this before, that's 2.5 feet back from the tip, right? So where the tip of that arrow is and where your broadhead is at, it's quite a bit different than where your lighted knock is at. So it can be deceiving because as that arrow is impacting that deer and it's stopping, where that knock is at is an entirely different spot from the camera angle to where the broadhead is at. Paul made a great shot, quick recovery on that deer. So, you know, great job, Paul, starting off the season. Looking forward to seeing how Ohio goes. So for the next 2 hunts.
That's what I should be doing when I was getting on Ohio's website, DNR, and figuring out how to buy a license for Ohio. That's what I should be doing.
Why, you going to go home with Paul?
Well, you already said that he's a better...
I didn't. No, you said that. Although he is. Watch the footage. So next up, we're going to hop up to Wisconsin. We got some more opening day action with both Richie Music as well as Tom Alford. So let's check in on those 2 hunts now.
Time to activate this scent lock gear. Bowhunt or Die 2015, starting now. Alright. It's cold outside. Check this out. Ta-da! Oh yeah. You know what that smells like to me? Victory. Let's go punch a tag. Yeah, buddy. Good morning, guys. We just got set up in the tree here in Wisconsin. It is September 12th, 2015, opening day, Wisconsin archery season. We just hiked up this hill. It felt like a mile, but it's probably like 200 yards. But anyways, a little winded, first hike of the season, so we're in the tree now, we're getting set up. We heard some deer behind us. So hopefully these deer start moving through here. We gotta kill these lights. We're gonna cut this interview short. Bowhunt or Die, opening day, Wisconsin, 2015. Let's get it done. We got a doe coming up the hill. She's coming. She's coming right this way. If she comes in there, I'm gonna shoot her. Opening morning, Wisconsin. First deer that came in, we got it done. 26 yards. Give me some. Yes. I can't believe that. All right, guys. Doe's laying right there. We're just gonna walk over to her. She's not 15 yards from the stand, so let's go take a look. Not bad. Opening day, Wisconsin. Probably one of the first deer shot, huh? Didn't go far, only, like I say, maybe 12 yards from the stand. So our Wisconsin hunt ended up being a successful one. We're successful on the first morning. We literally had 2 days to get it done, so super pumped, man. Jeff invited me up. Jeff and Craig let me come up and hunt on their piece with them for the weekend, and we're really looking forward to shooting the doe, getting some meat in the freezer, and we got it done. Opening day. We're gonna get tag on her, get her out of here, and go get some coffee and celebrate. Feels good to get one down. Opening day, Wisconsin, man. Out of state. I don't know if there's a better feeling out there than filling a tag, getting it done. So we're excited, man. Thank you very much, guys, for letting me come out here. It's an awesome time, beautiful country. I'm pumped. we got 3 weeks till the Illinois opener, and maybe we can keep this successful streak rolling. So bow hunt or die, guys. 2015's off and running.
All right, hey guys, Tom with Bowhunting.com. It's August 29th. I just arrived here to my farm in Wisconsin, located in Iowa County. It's about 2 weeks before the season starts, and I'm running a little bit behind. So I've got a ton of scouting to do. My trail cameras have been out here for about a month, so I'm really anxious to check these. I'm actually standing in the driveway, and I got one right here. So we're gonna basically run and gun, try to figure out what these deer are doing, where they're at. I've been doing a lot of, when I have been here over the last month, a lot of scouting just from the roads, trying to figure out what, food sources the deer are using, and looks like corn, green fields, alfalfa. So, we're gonna scout the woods, look for the acorns, find the water, look for transitions, apples. We're gonna do it all. We're gonna pound the woods and look for some spots. We're gonna set up a ground blind. I'm also gonna trim out a bunch of trees. I've got my lone wolf climber, so we're gonna get those prepared for different winds, and we're gonna be hunting in a couple weeks, so I'm super excited. But anyway, just got here. I'm gonna run and grab this trail camera. We're gonna head to the house, get unpacked, check that first card, and see what we got up here. So here we go, bow hunt or die. Good morning. Day 2 up in Wisconsin. Pulled the trail cameras yesterday, and we got a good shooter. Really nice 10-pointer. We've got an 8-pointer, and we've got another 10-pointer with a flyer, kind of off this G2 on one side. So here's what we're doing. I've got 13 days till bow season. What I decided to do was take some cameras. I want to move them onto some major travel corridors. I'm taking this whole big valley and I'm trying to pinch it down right here. We've got some really good signs, some really good trails. I've located 2 other spots on the farm. And basically what I'm going to do is try to monitor what's going on here in the next 13 days and sneak in with the lone wolf, the climber, hang, and try to kill one of these hitless bucks. Okay, well, good morning. It's opening day. Just got out of the shower. Wisconsin deer season starts right now. All right, guys, well, we made it into the tree. Temperatures are cool. 0 wind. I snuck in here. I don't think I spooked anything. It's way early. It's probably still before 5 o'clock. I had a short walk from the house. Everything's looking good. I'm finally set up. I'm feeling good. I'm getting dialed in again. Strapped into the tree. Everything sounds good. So we're in, we're set, cameras up, bow's in the tree, I'm locked down. Let's do this, bow hunt or die, baby. Can't wait for day rise. Alright, well, that was one heck of an opening day. Not gonna lie, I had some fun. We had a couple little bucks come by, which was awesome. I mean, they were just the wrong ones. But they did everything perfect. They walked by 5 yards, ended up going to the downwind side to me, and never smelled me. The one kind of saw me, but never smelled me, which is awesome. That gives me a lot of confidence. With this new scent lock system, it's just awesome. Oh man. All right, well, I just got in here. Man, there's like no wind. I was hoping we had a little bit of wind that could kind of disguise us coming in, but this is gonna be tricky. I'm in a great spot, but shooting out of here is gonna be tough. This little limb I left in the middle to use on my camera arm is right in the middle. So I don't have a ton of options, but I like the setup. I like the fact that he's been coming right down that trail. I can see him coming. I might get a chance at him right here. Alright, well, day one is officially in the books. Not a bad day. Saw 6 deer, 2 bucks, and every single one of them we could have shot. And they were all within about 5 to 8 yards. So, I'm not complaining. I'm definitely getting close. We took a chance tonight. We went after the big dog, but I don't think he's gonna show up. Alright, well, good morning. Third hunt, second day here in Wisconsin. I elected to go back into the same stand I started in. I still feel like this is a really good spot. Alright, well, we're going to get settled in here. It's about an hour before daylight, and we're going to be real quiet. And we'll see you at daybreak. Bowhunt or die, baby. Alright, well, I think that's going to wrap it up for here in Wisconsin. Had a great couple of hunts, though, to be honest with you. I saw 13 deer, could have killed 10 of them. 3 little bucks, the rest were does, but had a good time. Was able to get my stuff a little more dialed in, and you know, we're going to reposition a couple trail cameras as I get out of here, but feels good to be in the woods again bow hunting, I tell you that right now. So I'm going to get down, head on back, and go see the family. Until next time, Bowhunt or die, baby.
Well, Justin, one thing's for sure, Richie doesn't waste any time to let an arrow fly. I mean, there's no question about it. His goal was to go to Wisconsin, look for a doe, and he definitely did that.
Well, yeah, I mean, we talk about it a lot. I mean, that first hunt or first couple hunts of the year, you want to try to shoot something, right? I mean, optimally, you want to shoot a big buck, but if a doe walks by, you're putting a little bit of meat in the freezer, you're kind of getting some of those jitters out of your system.
Now, when you said like a little bit of meat, it wasn't any kind of reference to his doe,
well,
was
I
it
mean,
now, or?
Literally
I'm
and figuratively, a little bit of meat, at least in this case.
All right.
Richie likes those small ones, man. They're easier to drag out.
Hey.
He said it was a long walk, a long, hard walk in there.
I did love that about Richie's part. You know, he's like, man, we got to be about a mile back here. It actually may have only been about 200 yards because it was uphill.
Yeah.
I found that to be pretty amusing.
No, but
for
hey,
sure.
Todd, it was a good hunt. He made a good shot, quick recovery. I mean, when you see him fall, from the tree stand, there's really nothing better than that. So, congrats to Richie. He had some success in the early season. Let's hope that continues through into Illinois. Tommy.
One more thing, Justin.
Oh, boy.
Richie's going to kill me for all this. I kind of would have liked to have seen like that, kind of like you're going elk hunter, like really roughing it. I think he could have carried that one out like this. Downhill, he could have done that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that would have been
one
bonus
elk
footage.
quarter was probably bigger than the deer.
All right, we're going to keep rolling on here now with Tommy. Let's jump right in with Tommy. I mean, Tommy definitely has some good bucks up there in Wisconsin. Yep. Unfortunately, he was not able to see the deer that he was, but, he makes a point, and I love his point, guys, and that's something we all need to think about as bow hunters. You know what? If you want to go rifle hunt and shoot something 200-300 yards away, great, grab your rifle. But what I love about Tommy's hunt is he points out his success was getting within that 5 to 8 yards from all the different sets that he had, and that's, as a bow hunter, that's success.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what we live for. And the one thing to note, that Tommy didn't really talk about during his hunt was, that opening night he went to that ground blind spot specifically looking for one of those 2 bucks that he had on his trail camera. He had some does well within shooting range and wanted to shoot a doe, but he figured his first time in. That very first evening, he wasn't going to shoot a doe and possibly screw up, one of those bucks coming through, because he did have daylight pictures of them coming in. So, I mean, that's why he passed on those shots. I think he did the right thing. There's plenty of season left, plenty of opportunities to shoot a doe. Obviously he wasn't successful at harvesting a deer that weekend, but he had a great time, learned a lot about what the deer are doing on that property. I'm sure he'll be back this fall to try to shoot a buck. So, guys, that's all the hunting action we've got for this week. Todd, of course, we want to take a couple seconds to thank some of the people who sent in their photos for this week's episode.
Pat Moran,
Brendan Titcomb,
Mason Erding,
Ryan Lohr,
Justin Hill,
and Wade St. Louis.
Congratulations, guys. Those are some great trophies. Justin, I got to admit, the one bad thing about increasing the number of photos is we can't pick the easier last names any longer.
The number of people we have to butcher their names while we're saying is now increasing as well as we get more into the hunting season. We're definitely getting a lot more folks sending in their photos. So guys, remember, if you want to see your picture right here in an episode of Bowhunt or Die, you can go to bowhunting.com. You can submit your photo there, or you can post it on our Facebook page. So Todd, that's all we've got for this week. Let's see, next week we've got opening of Illinois archery season.
We do.
It's actually 1 week from today.
But I am going to go on the record that my goal is a trophy doe. This is it. This is it. It's happening either
What
tonight
constitutes
or
a trophy doe? I mean, is there like a requirement? Like an age,
preferably
a
nothing,
weight?
something a little bit bigger than Richie's, but
That shouldn't be hard to do.
I like just, I'm looking for the biggest doe I can find, and my goal is tonight or tomorrow.
All right,
It's happening.
Good luck to Todd out there in his quest for a trophy doe.
I'm doing this.
Good luck to everybody else who is out there hunting. October will be here before you know it. So for those of us who are just waiting to get out in the woods next week, guys, it's here. So stay safe out there. Bowhunt or Die. We'll see you guys next week.
For more exciting action, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and receive live updates from our team members, as well as the latest happenings in the bow hunting and archery world. Be sure to share your photos, stories, and experiences as well. And don't forget to pick up your official bowhunting.com and Bowhunt or Die gear by visiting bowhunting.com/gear. We have a full selection of hats, shirts, decals, wristbands, and much more.
I was like, man, I'm saving gas.
Yeah, shove him right in that 4 Fusion and roll out.
So Jeff had a great hunt. I mean, I don't know what more there is to say about this hunt.
Well, I mean,
I'm sorry. I gotta give you credit. I mean, the smaller ones do taste a little bit better, and they're harder to shoot, right? So if I shoot a big one, you didn't give me a hard time for saying, oh, those are easier targets.